actually buy and sent to me by Video Games and the World. And he just wants me to watch 10 minutes to the end here, and it's about the X-Men and Stan Lee and all that fun stuff. Stuff we've talked about plenty of times on this channel before, and what the X-Men means to people and how they originally were, and how people essentially in a way like didn't understand, right? Like a lot of what they were. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to pause it. Dude, it's too early for politics. I know, Shelby. It is early, but this is
But it's a good metaphor.
Whoops, totally got that too loud. I unfortunately when I do these reactions, it's kind of everything.
For what was happening with the civil rights movement in the country at that time. Stan Lee was a civil rights advocate during the time where America was divided due to racism and bigotry, which were the norm because of anti-human laws like Jim Crow. And he said that racism and bigotry are two of the biggest social ills in this world. If you didn't get
I love that I'm not the only one talking about this. Like, I tried to do a video on X-Men a long time ago. Like, people were like, it's gonna be woke, and I'm like, oh my god, should we tell them it was always woke? Like,
Get that, you didn't get Stan Lee. Marvel and DC Comics entertained us with so many epic stories in comics over the years that all these awesome superheroes were created, but they always took a political standing that was left-wing. Marvel and DC are not suddenly left-wing. They always were.
Thank you. And a lot of the, like I said yesterday when I was talking about gatekeeping, a lot of it, like, some of it is less evergreen when it comes to politics, to be fair, nowadays. But yeah, they were always very liberal. It's the liberal arts, right?
If it bothers you so much that you think it's woke and SJW propaganda, don't read them.
I'm not going to stop sending you feet pics, Dr. Soup. I'm not. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Simple as that. Because you didn't get them. X-Men was about civil rights. If you didn't get that, you didn't get X-Men.
I will say, I love the example he uses. God Loves, Man Kills is the best X-Men story, in my opinion, ever. Like, if you want to read a truly magnificent X-Men story about bigotry and religious zealotry, a lot of it, read this story. It is everything that the X-Men should be today. Unfortunately, I dropped X-Men years ago because of how it went. Because now they seem to be a shell of their former selves, and that's probably due to a lot of the writing on board. But yes, God Loves, Man Kills is a great example of a great story.
Black Panther was also about civil rights. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Panther. Black Lightning was about social justice and civil rights.
And a lot of people don't mention that when it comes to Black Lightning. He was a very grounded superhero. That was very much so, and I think that's why we see his creator get so upset sometimes, but he doesn't handle it the correct way at all, to be fair. But yeah, well said.
Rights. If you didn't get Black Lightning. Wonder Woman was about gender equality. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Wonder Woman.
I love that Wonder Woman is not only about gender equality, but she's about bridging the gap between man and woman, right? She's about being that bridge and having the ability to go to something so foreign, in this case, man, and be able to bridge that gap. And Wonder Woman has always been a feminist icon. I love it.
Superman and Supergirl are immigrants from another planet, and they defended their...
I think it's pretty gatekeeping when he says, if you didn't get that, you don't get X-Men. I would say most X-Men fans get it, but I do understand your point there, yeah.
Adopted home planet Earth. Sure, some people didn't love them because they were from another world. If you read the comic Superman Fights the Klan, you'll get it.
Superman was always the ultimate alien, right? He was literally an alien.
Superman and Supergirl are both pro-acceptance, pro-immigration, and pro-equality. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Superman and Supergirl. Deadpool is pansexual and queer. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Deadpool. Captain America.
Those high heels, though. Though we got to show some appreciation for those high heels.
If you didn't get that, you didn't get Superman and Supergirl.
Look at those high heels. Let me turn the closed captions up. I know this is a fan art, but that's just the little touches. Is it gatekeeping even though he didn't say you can no longer read it? Yeah. And that's a good point, Bianca. It might be a little like gatekeeping it or the true fan style. But yeah, these are all like factual claims when you talk to the creators. Now, William Morton Marston, he was a little bit of a he was a very kinky dude.
She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother.
We're just gonna say that. But when it comes to these characters, if you didn't understand that Wonder Woman was a feminist icon, I'm questioning that you were reading the same thing I was growing up, right?
Deadpool is pansexual.
How do you send a video? Shelby, send it to my email, nnewsstand@gmail.com.
And queer. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Deadpool. Captain America fought the Nazis, and he will totally be fighting the alt-right. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Captain America. Like I said, comics are not suddenly left-wing. They always were. I'm truly poking the hornet's nest with it.
I would say you're being a little bit more blunt than even I am about it. I'm pretty blunt when it comes to this subject, but yeah. I'm curious. Let's see what his dislikes are. Just because I'm nosy as hell. Oh, none! 114 views, I give it a thumbs up, yeah.
This, and there will be a lot of heat. But I said what I said. I'm going to see...
yeah, that's what he wanted. You know what? I get why he, we're just gonna put great video. I get why you wanted me to react to that part. I get what he was trying to say, because it's something I've said, more or less, very often. It's good video, like, good way to do it. I think that some people would disagree with you on some of the points that you made about fighting the alt-right when it comes to Captain America, because it is a hyperbolic term, right? And it's really undefinable. Is alt mean alternative? I never quite understood that. You're either right or you're not. Like, what's alt-right? Is it further right? Is it less far right? Is it just the racist piece of shits? Like, I don't know what the alt is. But yeah, I think people would disagree with you there. It would, just because it's so hyperbolic. I think you'd have to be more of a kind of define what you mean there. But yes, good video. I gotta show you something.